Hello guys, welcome back to Arc 1 Welding. My name's Calvin and you join me on a interesting video. Bear with me. This machine here, the tea drilling machine, costs more than the average house in the UK and is essentially a life hack to stainless steel welders, especially guys that have to put branches on. No more branches, no more square branches, none of that stuff. This machine does it all for us for a nifty price of a couple of £100,000. So yeah, in this video it was a job that I was doing and I saw this piece of equipment and I had to show it to you lot. It basically does the hard part for you when it comes to welding branches on. Instead of it being a branch that you have to shape and do weird welds in weird positions, it drills into the material, pulls the material out, levels it off, and then you've basically just got a horizontal position or whatever. You just got a flat butt to do, so you don't need to worry about trying to get penetration and the weird branch welds that you need to do. Also, from what I'm hearing, clients love it because it's a butt weld's more tried and tested than a branch weld, so in that sense there it's perfect. Companies love it because say you've got a header with 10 branches coming out. The conventional way would be to put a reducing T. Not this. You use this machine here from a straight piece of pipe, you can pull out all 10 of them branches and you save yourself hundreds of pounds depending on the pipe with not having to pay someone on price work to do them butt welds. So the machine here, it uses a milling head, drills into the pipe. Now all of this is programmed. I don't do it myself. Them guys program it or they know what they're doing, and it creates a weirdly shaped oval hole. By the way, bear with me. I am very ill at the moment, but I thought I'd still get a video out. So it shapes a nice oval hole. Now that hole is not a random hole. It's a certain shape to give enough material to follow through with the next steps. If the hole's too big, there's not enough material. If the hole's too small, too much material. Pieces may break, pipe may crack, whatnot. But now, as you can see, about now the hole is shaped. So that's a perfect size hole for what they need to do. And in this case here, it's a 5-inch schedule 10 304 stainless pipe that is being with a 2-inch extrusion being pulled out. That's the process. That's what's happening on this pipe here for a whole bunch of headers. So the oil used to lubricate this machine is the most stickiest, nastiest tar oil ever. It gets everywhere, even inside the pipe. So when you're welding, it just burns, smokes. It's disgusting and it stinks as well. But it's needed because, yeah, like you're about to see, the stresses and loads that this machine is going through is unbelievable. So the hole's milled, and this is the next step. I couldn't tell you what that piece of tooling is called, but imagine. I don't even want to. You're going to see it in a second. Wait until you see this. It's just going to blow your mind. So this tool goes inside, and imagine like putting 2 fingers inside the hole, twisting, and then slowly opening your fingers and pulling them all the way through the pipe. You're going to see the pipe start flexing. This is, yeah, it's amazing. There's no words about it. So slowly by slowly, them 2 things are poking out, and it's also being pulled up, and you can just see how it's just manipulating the pipe. It's fascinating to see. This machine can do. We've done schedule 40 on it. I don't know the limits that it can go up to, but it can do all sorts of shapes, all sorts of sizes. So if you've ever worked on, if you have ever bought any tees from any true bore tees or anything, and you can see that they look weird, this is the machine that they use. They cut a section of pipe, they pull the tee out, and then they use that. So essentially, this is what makes the tees. Later on in the video, I will show you I think it's a 2.5-inch piece of pipe with a 2.5-inch extrusion out of it. So Yeah, so you don't really at this size, you don't really, especially on true bore, you don't buy fittings the way you conventionally would on like heavier wall stuff. They're made like this. So there's the first step done, or the second step done, taken out, and now you're left with the hole, but it's not smooth, it's rough. And this machine here, the third step, you can put a bevel on it, but it basically lathes it down. Is it lathe? No, because on a lathe, ain't it the workpiece that moves? This will be a mill, right? Because the head's moving, I'm assuming. So he's milling it down. Now, they're controlling the depth, how deep or how much material's removed. So this was the step. So like I was saying, the first pilot hole you made, if it was the wrong shape, if it was too big, there wouldn't be enough meat here for now. If it was too small, it might be too big and start cracking, whatnot. So everything there's so much science behind it. That's what makes it so interesting. But now it's milled down. There's a 10 mil lip from the top of the pipe to the face of this extrusion, and now anything can be welded onto that. You have a consistent piece of material that can be welded onto, and in our case, there was so many headers that needed to be welded onto one single piece of pipe. Clients love it because there's so many less joints for failure. So instead of there being a T with 2 butt welds either side, so that would be, so if there's 5 headers, 2 either side, that'd be 10 extra welds, all leaking points, versus 5 points just done like this. The only bottleneck that this machine has is leveling one pull to the next. So there are extra things that you can get, but they're, from what I'm hearing, silly expensive, 50, 60, 70, 80 grand for like leveling beds and stuff like that. So this case here, just a level, manually move it to the next mark, and yeah, just a little bit of handballing, but I'm sure it's saving a lot of money. And for the guys who are doing this, really and truly, the pulls they're almost perfect. There isn't really much to complain about. They're almost perfect.
There we go, you got it.
But I'm gonna leave you lot soon. This video is wrapping up. I thought I'd share this interesting piece of equipment. Let me know in the comments down below if you've seen anything like this, or just have a little conversation down there. Always interesting to hear what you lot have got to say. Stay tuned. In this video you will see like a T, another example, and you'll see, yeah, there's a few examples coming up as to what this would look like and what you would use it for in the real world. But with that being said, thank you very much for watching, and hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you lot in the next video.
That one.
Too late, sir.
No, use the ones over there, the full length one.
Oh, look at that little hole. Oh, that looks nice.
You know what I mean? Nice and clean.
Look at that. So you don't even need a T. Full length of pipe. Proper things.